What's poppin', fam? Friends, haters, douchebags, assholes, anybody who watches my videos. Hope everybody's doing well today. Just got out of work a little while ago, got a couple packages in the mail, so I figured I would do an unboxing for you guys. An unboxing of sorts. I've already opened up most of the packages, but I've got one box to open. So let's get right up in this motherfucker. So the first movie I have to show you guys is 420 Massacre. Rock on. Yeah, I watched this the other night. It was pretty shitty, to be honest, but fun. Not enough weed smoking in it, if I'm going to be perfectly honest. But there's one scene involving a bong that is kick-ass. I mean, one of the coolest death scenes, I mean, use your imagination, but one of the coolest death scenes involving a bong that I've seen in a slasher movie in a long time. So, yes, for that scene alone, I would say this movie is worth watching. But very run-of-the-mill. The killer was kind of lackluster. The story was, again, very typical. But, you know, if you like your slasher movies, I think it's worth a watch for sure. Maybe not a purchase, but... So next up, now we're getting into the Blu-rays. The rest of them are Blu-rays. Excuse me. Is one from SRS Studios, Sabrosa. My buddy Ron Bonk, who I purchase movies from quite often. This is a new one from his company, Slaughter Drive. Well, from SRS Studios, not his company, but released by SRS. And it is basically like I think like a throwback slasher film. I think it's about a filmmaker, like a shitty no-name filmmaker that leaves his video camera in a parking lot overnight, or in a local park overnight, and he gets some stuff caught on tape that is crazy, as that's an understatement, but basically it threatens the neighborhood, hence Slaughter Drive is about to be slaughtered. But yeah, I mean, it sounded good. Throwback 80s slasher, very indie, very low budget, but it's directed by Ben Details, and he actually stars in the film as well, so that's very typical among indie slasher films. But yeah, it sounded fun. The cover artwork there is super dope, super throwback. So yes, there's a cool poster too that came with this as well, and I got a House Shark. I can't wait for House Shark. That's like the SRS movie, the highly anticipated, most anticipated SRS release ever for me. I just really can't wait for that movie. I funded that like it feels like 2 years ago now. But it's been a long time, so stoked for that one. But yeah, so that's Slaughter Drive. If anybody's seen that, let me know your thoughts. As always, next up is one of... Whoa, cool, nice catch. Nice catch, man. Talking to myself now. So... Grindhouse Video Tampa. I've ordered from them 3 times now. They're basically a store... It's actually a store in Tampa that sells used movies, used VHS tapes, used DVDs, new movies, new VHS tapes, new DVDs, new DVDs, new Blu-rays. There's no such thing as a new VHS tape unless it's like a exclusive from like a, the Barn type movie deal. I don't think they did VHS. But anyways, the dude's really nice. His name's Mike, and I don't know him well, but I've purchased a few things, and he has been really friendly and fast shipping, and a pleasure to do business with. So I will continue to support Grindhouse Video Tampa. You know I love my Diabolic DVD, but there's no reason why we can't support multiple retailers. And the cool thing about Grindhouse is that they sell used stuff. I don't know if it's only in store, but like Mike, or the owner, I shouldn't refer to him like I know him, but his name's Mike. But he buys like a lot of used stuff. Like if somebody's selling their collection off, he'll purchase it and then sell it. But I don't know if you have to be local or if he actually posts the movies that he gets from lots that he buys on the website. I'm thinking you might have to be local because it's stuff that he has for like stock for the store. But you can certainly buy like Arrow releases, any boutique company releases he carries for the most part. So it's very similar to like a Diabolic DVD, except it's also a store, in-house store that you can, if you live in the Tampa or the Florida area, you can visit, which I would love to someday. Because I watched a couple YouTube videos of, I forget that dude's name, but he's also an actor, I think, / rapper. and he's a YouTuber as well, and he went into the store and did like a little tour. I watched that like a year ago, that video, and that was cool. But yeah, anyway, so the movie I grabbed from him is Easter Casket. This is a Dustin Mills film. I like Dustin Mills. I'm not a huge fan of Dustin Mills, but I do love his movie Heart Attack, and I think he's a very ambitious indie filmmaker. For a while there, he was putting out like 2-3 movies a year, which was insane. But I really love Heart Attack, aka Night of the Tentacles. Easter Casket is great, and I actually, I have Her Name is Torment. I have like all of his movies on Blu-ray now, and I didn't have this. But the cool thing about it is, Mike actually sent it to me open. I guess they're probably all opened, because it's a BDR. But it was, so the DVD is right here. I mean, I'm sorry, the Blu-ray is right here. I had the DVD just like in my collection or whatever, so I made it a Blu-ray DVD combo pack because he sent it to me in a 2 DVD or 2 Blu-ray case, and there was only 1 Blu-ray in it, so I figured why not make it a little custom DVD Blu-ray combo, Blu-ray DVD combo pack. So yeah, anyways, great film, great Killer Bunny film if you love independent made films, I guess. I don't know, independent Killer Bunnies films like Blood Bunny Bath Massacre. Although Dustin Mills is a pretty classy independent filmmaker. His stuff isn't really cheesy. It's gory. It's funny, but it's not so. It doesn't feel so schlocky, and I kind of like that about that. I really like. Yeah, I told you. I like Heart Attack. Her Name is Torment's good. And then there was one, Invalid. I really like that. That's one of his more recent films. Wasn't a big fan of Apple Cart, the black and white film that he made. But anyways, Easter Casket, if you guys like Killer Bunny flicks, independent Killer Bunny flicks, check it out. So thank you to Grindhouse for that. And I have a few more things coming from Grindhouse Video as well that I ordered. So they should be here within the next couple days, maybe even tomorrow, because I expedited the shipping on those. Well, Mike gave me the option to. So that was cool. So next up we have, let's see. Well, he gave me the option to expedite shipping because I ordered 2 things from him separately. So like Jesse does on Diabolic a lot of times, he'll combine. If you order 2 movies from them, like, and they don't have to do this. Like a lot of times I'll order 2 movies from Kino, one like an hour apart. They'll never, refund you the $5 and combine the items. They won't even respond to your emails. At least they haven't in mind. But these guys, Mike and Jesse at Diabolic, they are really cool about that. So anyway, he gave me the option to either refund me $5 or just combine everything that I purchased and expedite the shipping, which was awesome. So that's what I chose to do. All right, let me grab a swig of this before I lose my mouth or talk, whatever the fuck I'm trying to say. Voice. Before I lose my voice. Been a long day. Alright, so next up. What have I shown you? Okay, so this is cool. I watched this last night. My friend Dahmer. Pizzal, shout out to YouTuber Pizzal. He actually did an unboxing of this, or a movie review of this, and it's, you know, it caught my, I love Pizzal's reviews. I think he's a really good YouTube reviewer for sure. He's almost scholarly, but he's fun. He does it in a presentable. He does his homework. And anyway, it caught my attention. Basically about Jeffrey Dahmer, his story prior to his committing his first murder. So it basically tells the story of a Jeffrey Dahmer in high school, his relationships with his friends, and his obsession with killing all things and fantasizing about all kinds of fucked up shit. It's Jeffrey Dahmer, so. But it was cool. It was a unique approach, definitely different from any other biopic or whatever they call them, on like Dahmer, Gacy. It was just a unique take on the history of Jeffrey Dahmer. So it was good. I recommend that one. Here's a film I've never seen before from Mill Creek. I love how they're putting in slipcovers. They're including slipcovers in their releases now, which is really cool. This is A Study in Terror. Sherlock Holmes takes on the greatest mystery, Jack the Ripper. Again, I've said it before. I love Jack the Ripper. Anything Jack the Ripper, I'm down for. So the fact that it's Sherlock Holmes meets Jack the Ripper in 19th century London, England. Famous characters together for the first time. The sumptuous, exciting mystery as Sherlock Holmes and Dr. Watson set out to bring history's notorious serial killer, Jack the Ripper, down. When a suspicious package arrives at the Master Sleuth's Baker Street home, he and his old friend must join the hunt before more murders are committed, even though the trail may lead to places they'd rather not go. It says, John Neville, one of the most authentic Holmes portrayers ever, is supported by Donald Houston as Watson, as well as such British acting royalty as Anthony Quayle, Robert Morley, Frank Finlay, Barbara Windsor, Cecile Parker, and in one of her earliest screen roles, Academy Award winner Dame Judi Dench, from Best Supporting Actress from Shakespeare in Love. If you like your home straight up and unadulterated, or whatever, then adding this thrilling, sexy, witty, colorful adventure to your collection is, oh, come on now, do we really need to say it? A no-brainer. A no-brainer. So, yes. Anyways, sounded really good. Never seen it before. Pretty cool cast as well. I keep thinking that's Peter Cushing on the cover. Doesn't it kind of look like him from a glance, but it's not. And this is from 1965. Cool. So, did I want to say anything else? There's not really any features on this one to talk about. So anyway, A Study in Terror. I really didn't know what to expect on that one. It was a complete blind buy. But next up is one I thought was from Scream Factory, but it actually is from Shout Factory. It's got Jon Bernthal in it. Exciting thriller, action-y type movie. I've never seen it before. It's relatively new. But it sounded good, and I love Jon Bernthal, so I recognize this dude too, right here. Is it Christopher Abbott? Oh, Imogen Poots is in this one. Rosemary DeWitt. But I'll read you guys a synopsis because it sounds really good. And originally I thought, like I said, it was a Scream Factory release, but it's Shout, which is okay. I mean, that's fine. But a mysterious stranger sends shockwaves through a close-knit community in this nerve-jangling slice of raw suspense. In the wake of a triple murder that leaves the residents of remote Alaskan outposts on edge, tightly wound drifter Elwood, played by Christopher Abbott, checks into a motel run by Sam, played by Jon Bernthal, a former rodeo champion whose imposing physical presence conceals a troubled soul. I read that weird. Bound together by their outsider status, the two men strike up an uneasy friendship, a dangerous association that will set off a new wave of violence and unleash Sam's darkest demons. Driven by tour-de-force performances from Abbott and Bernthal, this well-crafted thriller pulses with an air of quivering dread. Imogen Poots from 28 Days Later, Rosemary DeWitt from Poltergeist also star. So yeah, it sounds really good. I love my remote Alaskan settings, of course. Who doesn't? I feel like a lot of people love that about movies these days. Winter settings, for sure. Alright, so last up, guys, I got a little box from Shout Factory. So, 3 of the most recent Scream Factory titles should be in this box. And I will show you right now. Cha-ching. Gotta keep up with that Scream Factory collection. Gotta do it. Alright, so 3 movies I'm really excited about. First up, we have Super Beast. I've never seen any of these movies, so really excited for them. Super Beast from 1972. It's kind of an Island of the Lost Souls in reverse, crossed with the most dangerous game. Dr. Alex Pardee travels to the Philippines when she hears some people have been attacked by a humanoid creature. Once there, she finds that these beasts are the product of Dr. Bill Fleming. Fleming is trying to cure criminals by genetically engineering their brains. These experiments are creating half-man, half-beasts. In a nod to the most dangerous game, the beasts are set loose and hunted by the doctor's evil benefactor. So, sounds cool. Sold on that one right from the cover artwork for sure. Any creature feature-esque film from the 70s, I'm in for. No such thing as special features on this release, unfortunately. And then there's your interior. Some artwork from the film. But yeah, I love creature feature effects from the 70s, so can't go wrong with that one. I'm sure I'll like it. Oh, man, dropping movies, not good. Alright, next up we have Full Moon High, another new one from Scream Factory. This one is directed by Larry Cohen, which is awesome. Love me some Q the Winged Serpent. That's like my favorite Larry Cohen film. The stuff's great. He's done a lot of good stuff, but oh, I should have said he's done a lot of good stuff. No pun intended. I'm not that clever, though. In retrospect, I am. Alright, so Full Moon High from Larry Cohen, director of It's Alive, of course. And God Told Me To as well. And the others that I mentioned. The problems of a typical high school teenager take on monstrous proportions in this comical send-up of horror movies. The most important thing to quarterback Tony Walker, played by Adam Arkin from Halloween H2O, is to win the big game against archival Simpson High. But the plan is soon changes when Tony is bitten by a werewolf. And then when things really start to get hairy, and that's when things really start to get hairy. Now whenever there's a full moon, he transforms into a growling beast that hungrily chases down beautiful girls. Cursed to live forever as a teenager with uncontrollable urges, Tony realizes he must find a way to end this cycle of animalistic excess. So it sounds really good. It sounds like a combination of Teen Wolf and Beauty and the Beast, maybe? I don't know. No. But it sounds fun, for sure. A little bit of Beast Within. But yeah, I love my werewolf horror films as well. Special features on this release include a new audio commentary with director Larry Cohen, moderated by King Cohen, filmmaker Steve Mitchell. Filmmaker Steve Mitchell. Last up, very excited for this one. Probably the most excited out of everything that I've shown you guys today. We have Crucible of Horror. Had to blow it there. Sorry, guys. Crucible of Horror, directed by Victor Retalis from the year 1971. Let's see. Who does it star? Yvonne Mitchell, Michael Cow, Olaf Pooley, Simon Goh, and Sharon Gurnley. A Crucible of Horror is about, it says, quite a picture, the New York Times. Oh, that's a great quote. Fall under the spell of a psychologist thriller that, for tight, merciless tension, is uncommonly effective and engrossing. That's a better quote from the New York Times. This horrifying film tells the story of Edith, a terrorized wife who, along with her daughter, plots to kill her husband, Walter, to end his abusive treatment on them. They poison him and make his death look like a suicide, but they didn't count on one thing. Walter isn't ready to die. Sounds really good. From 1971. Crucible of Horror. I love that cover artwork too. It's so bland, but there's just something about it. Like, oh, cool. And you do get reversible cover artwork for this release. There's that. That's actually kind of nice too. Let me know which one you like. I kind of just like the classic blue. I just think it looks like a 70s film. Just kind of like nothing really to it. It's actually kind of shitty, like the fade, or it's like grainy almost, but I don't know. For whatever reason, too, these two films had like very similar cover artwork, and they came out at the same time. So, is it coincidence or not? All right, guys. Sorry, my head was like half out of this the whole time, but thanks for watching this video. I should be having some really dope things coming in the next few days, so I will probably do a video either tomorrow or Friday. Tomorrow is Friday. I'm stupid. Ridiculous. I am ridiculous. Tomorrow or Saturday. So stay tuned for that. Catch y'all guys later. Peace.